Alright, welcome to good old HP Only. So, if you're not familiar with the Only series that has been going around for the last few months, it is a fresh start in the gameplay. So, you start with a fresh game, uh, and you are restricted to whatever you set out for. At first, it was swords only, then it became bows only. Catalyst only, claymores only, and even polearms only. We have covered all available weapon types for now, but what if I told you there is another entire method of playing that has not been divulged or tried yet? I present you HP only. The rules are simple. Only weapons that provide the stat as a substat are allowed to be used, or if they give no bonus at all as a substat. This means our starting weapon would be completely legal, as are any default weapons on units, including guest. So these include, for swords, we get to use the dull blade or the silver sword because they do not provide any stats aside from attack, and there are no 3, 4, or 5-star weapons that give HP as a substat. Bows, we get access to the Seasoned Hunter's Bow and the Hunter's Bow, as they give no stats. But we are also given the option for a recurve bow, which is a 3-star weapon. For polearms, we get to use the Iron Point and the Beginner's Protector because they have no stats. But we also gain access to the Black Tassel, which is a 3-star weapon. Claymores are a little bit more flexible. We do get to use the Elmerk's Pal and the Waster Greatsword because they provide no stats. We get access to the Pharaoh's Shadow, which is a 3-star claymore, and then we also get access to the Bell, our first 4-star weapon. For Catalyst, this is the most flexible of the bunch because we do get access to the Pocket Grimoire and the Apprentice Notes by default because they provide no stats, but we also get access to the Prototype Amber and Thrilling Tales of Dragon Slayers. And then the only 5-star allowed at this point is the Everlasting Moonglow. However, I do not believe that's actually on the banner, so that one might be a missed opportunity. Aside from actual weapon rules, we also have artifact rules. So this goes a little bit further, okay? So the artifact rules follow a very similar pattern, which is they must provide HP in some degree as a substat if their main is uh, non-changing. So all plumes, uh, while their main stat might be attack, you must have HP as a substat. All other artifacts must have HP as the main stat. No exceptions. Additionally, the set bonuses have to also give HP or no bonus at all. Meaning that I can use the Adventure set, the 2-piece set, give me 1000 HP. It is fully allowed. We are going to bend the rules just slightly for the 4-piece, simply because all it does is restore HP when opening a chest. It's not going to be that big of a deal. Okay? And then we are also allowed the 2-piece Tenacity of the Millelith set. So one gives a flat HP for the Adventure set, and then the Tenacity of the Millelith gives us a percentage for HP. So simple rules. Okay? The rules do not apply to characters. That is one thing I'm going to overstress because as there is, of the moment of starting this run, only one character that substats HP, and that's Barbara. I am not up to the task of using a Barbara only run, as she wouldn't be able to ascend because Oceanid. And we all know about Oceanid uses all of the little minions that are hydro based, and Barbara can't hurt them because she is using hydro attacks. So, not very great. Okay? However, there are plenty of characters that do benefit from this system. Characters that really benefit from this system. Uh, a lot of characters' shields are based off of it, off of HP. You have mechanics that are based off of HP, like Ganyu's Ice Lotus is based off of your max HP. Baron Bunny's HP is based off of your HP. Uh, and then we also have healing abilities. So we get Barbara's healing is based off of it. We have uh, Bennett's, Shincho's, and Kokomi. So that's all there. The characters that actually have increased damage output are very limited. We have Chongyun's. Uh, I believe it might be in a uh, constellation or upgrade. I'm not 100% sure on that one. And then we also have Ayato's Shinsuken, is also based off of max HP. We do have Hu Tao, but she's based off of the amount of HP missing. So the more HP I have, the less likely I have to be knocking on death's door. Um, and last but not least, we have uh, Yelan. Yelan is completely based off of, well, can you guess it? Max HP. And it's actually damage. So that's a plus. So I probably glossed over a few. I probably missed a few. And if I did, not that big of a deal. If you want to point it out, that's fine. But there's a lot of characters that have like little hidden mechanics based off of max HP. As to why HP only is um, and came up is because no pole arms have uh, a substat for defense. And I had considered defense for this. So there's no pole arms, there's no catalyst, and there was no bows that actually had the defense substat. So I originally was going to do defense, and I went away from that. Um, but HP, those pesky HP rolls keep coming in. It's almost like they want us to have them. So that's why I went for the HP run. Now, can my HP run be derailed? Yeah. It depends on what I can get for weapons. Though this might be the trickiest part of the run. Everything must have HP. Um, So the other stats are a bit trickier, and I want others to follow suit in their methods of doing this type of challenge. That's the other reason why I'm doing this, because I can tell people are bored. The long dry spat that had occurred did cause this, and who knows? Maybe I will fail in this. My hopes are to get Yelan for this run because she would be a major addition, but we will see. Okay, now that the rules have been set forth and I've been blabbing for like 10 minutes just about the rules, I think it's appropriate to kind of jump in to this craziness of a challenge. Now, I started off with a different account. One I haven't used in quite some time. I'm playing on like a European server. It makes all the difference. I just want to make sure that this works. So we're all going to be looking for these good weapons and hoping for the best. We can still pick up everything. We can still interact with things, but there's not going to be, yeah, I screwed up, I lose. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and click this play button, and we're going to begin this craziness. All right. So it's going to ask me who I want to use. There's a lot of choices. I like playing as Lumine, uh, simply because I think her expressions are hilarious. And we're going to name ourselves Only HP. Okay, so I have 912 HP. So we're off to a outstanding start. I don't know if that's the normal amount that you start with, but I assume it is. Okay, here it is. Redeem code. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and put in a code real quick. We're just going to put in Genshin gift. And exchange. I'm not worried about that because that's the only one that I needed to worry about. So, and I don't care about anything else. Hey, look, I have access to mail. Can you believe that? So, mail. This must be newer. So I'm not going to really worry about what's in the mail for right now. We're going to go ahead and jump right in.
What are you doing in Mondstadt?
Okay. So, real quick, her weapon is a hunter's bow. It's not the bow that we really want, but it will work.
She got separated from her brother during a really, really long journey.
So, a silver sword
Luna was
is
her
acceptable.
travel buddy, helping her to find her brother.
So, real quick, weapon-wise, silver sword is the best that we can do in terms of accessibility for sword users. So, silver sword it is. Okay. Again, we have to follow the guidelines.
I'll keep this close.
All right, let's see if we scored a good artifact. Yes, I get it. We're good. Artifact. So, did we score a good artifact? Okay, this is allowed because it is a plume. And it's not bad because it's part of the adventure set. So, not a bad start. So let's take a look at the artifacts in which we just got. So, junk and junk. They do not count. Um, this does work though. So we can use the Berserker's set because it's an HP. So far we're doing okay. Alright, let's see if we got actually any better artifacts going on. So we have a lot of things here. Nope, nothing. Wow, artifacts are pretty crappy at the moment. This is actually better. Goblets are going to be a real challenge. Now the plumes are the only ones that are allowed to be different, but the moment they have a substat, I can't put them on. So, yay. Unless they provide HP. So that makes things a lot harder. A lot of this is going to be gambling because I can try to force these to have substats I want, but I don't think it's going to happen. What do you...
answer from this world?
Have I gotten the recurve? Yeah, we got a recurve bow. So we're off to a good start here.
What's the hurry?
Boom. Down he goes.
I'll keep this close.
Alright, let's take a look at our artifacts. Have we gotten anything better? Alright, we got our very first one that actually has HP percentage. Ooh. Okay, I'm good with this. I think I broke it. I think this weapon needs to be upgraded. Let's go ahead and enhance it. Yeah, let's go ahead and enhance that baby. Oh, oops. Alright, so we have a little bit more attack power with this. Oh, that'll be a lot better. Awesome. Alright, so Statue of the Seven. So we are just gonna pummel whatever we can. We're gonna offer all. It's gonna take us up 3 levels. Our adventure rank hits 8. And our stamina goes up. So just monitoring artifacts. So we ended up with a flower. So obviously we always lock our flowers. Not that they're any good. This piece of equipment is, yeah, not so great. So eventually we'll stop caring about the 1-star artifacts because we will keep getting the good ones. This is actually a really good piece of equipment. In fact, I think it's actually better than what I'm wearing.
I'll race you there. Prepare to be blown away.
That was fun.
Add astro.
this isn't terrible. This is HP, so this is actually really good. Um, this could end up being really good. Um, However, I can't put this on her because I'm using this one here, so... Wow, this ended up being pretty good for this type of run. Whoops, and I'm out. Okay, so that cleared out a little bit of space for those, but yeah, this ended up being really good. If I did that, I wouldn't have my adventure set anymore. So he's currently using this, which is a traveling doctor. I cannot put on this because it would cause a two-piece problem. Artifacts. She do it without getting a two-piece set? She could, compared to what she's currently using. She'd lose her two-piece set. So we have to figure out. Okay. She has 3 pieces on. Okay. See, this works out. Again, keeping true to the sets. So I will get that when I hit Adventure rank 18, which I'm kind of close-ish.